Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and we've been seeing some great video coming out of, apparently the guys at Link2 have gone to the Miami Bitcoin conference down there. This is the mayor of Miami here, and this is kind of interesting. If I can get the refresh button right here.
Here, all of you, and welcome to the city of Miami. This is an amazing event. Yeah. Let's get the energy going. Got a lot of people outside. Get in here. The North American Bitcoin Conference is proof that Miami is becoming the capital of crypto and the capital of Bitcoin. We like to call ourselves the capital of capital. I see so much talent gathered around here, and I'm certain that our future is bright because it's led by you, the true innovators. The North American Bitcoin Conference is not just a conference, but it's an incubator of real blockchain projects such as Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash, and Blockchain Capital. We're very excited to see the groundbreaking ideas that will emerge from this edition of the conference. Let me say to all of you that...
So this mayor down there He's doing what our politicians used to do, which is he saw an opportunity to draw business into his city, and now Miami's down there becoming ground zero for crypto because he's got open arms. This is what smart politicians used to do. Now they do the exact opposite of what the people want, seems like. I want to remind you, Link2 until the 31st of January, use Bitcoin from your Uphold Inc. wallet to invest on Link2 in one of the digital asset companies below, and Link2 will drop $1,000 of Bitcoin back into your wallet. Restrictions apply. These are the companies: Ripple, Uphold, Link2, Abra. So that's private equity, and it's for accredited investors. And they are a sponsor, but I also buy the private equity myself on the platform. Now, BitBoy had put this little video out yesterday, and I wanted to show you this.
I believe, kind of like what Ben has said, I believe the case will be resolved very soon, and I believe that they knew what the results were going to be when they went into the door for the very first time and had their meeting. I believe that they knew what they were going to be doing. They were taking advantage, because ultimately what this is going to be good for Ripple as a corporation, and it's going, once the SEC decision goes through, off to the races for XRP and the Ripple organization. I don't support it, but it is a good way for you to accumulate more Bitcoin. If you're just doing this to get more US dollars, I wouldn't encourage that, not at all. And I appreciate what Hotep said about the US dollar, because people need to be getting involved in crypto, not so they can get more US dollars, but to get away from the US dollar. People need to realize how much the monetary system and the US dollar has kept us as slaves.
So he believes that all the world's a stage, and he believes when this case is resolved, it's off to the races for XRP. I do agree with that part. I don't really weigh in on whether all the world's a stage or whether Gary Gensler and Jay Clayton are bad guys. Jake Chervinsky, who is a Bitcoin maxi and at the Blockchain Association, was tweeting this. I don't even know who he was talking to, but David Schwartz replied to him. He says, "But that is exactly what's happening in these schemes, except instead of just one, they're talking about Ponzi schemes. Instead of just one criminal, it's lots of them. The whole point of the scheme is to recruit early participants to dupe and recruit later participants. It's not legitimate investment. It's not legitimate gambling." And then this guy's trying to be a smart aleck and says, like XRP, and he gets schooled by David Schwartz. If there was no realistic expectation of utility, I would agree with you that XRP would be a Ponzi scheme. Among many other things, XRP Ledger had the first DEX since 2012 and currently converts millions of dollars a day between currencies on a censorship-resistant ledger for sub-penny costs. I think that's unique. Well, it's a lot more unique than Bitcoin. Sub-penny costs or Ethereum. They don't want to talk about that. Now, at this point, I thought it'd be good. I've noticed, and Matt Hamilton had brought it out, there's a lot of people listening who have never seen some of these. The Ripple X people, I think, have been putting out some of these educational things about the XRP ledger, and some of them are really interesting. And this is one. I wanted to play a little bit of this.
So what is the XRP ledger and how does it operate? The XRP ledger, or XRPL, is a decentralized, permissionless, open source blockchain that anybody can contribute to, develop on, and transact on. Development of the ledger began in 2011 by 3 Bitcoin developers who understood the benefits of Bitcoin, but wanted something more efficient, scalable, and sustainable. So they built in some key benefits from the start. Fast confirmation in 3 to 5 seconds. Low transaction fees, typically under 1 cent. And a fairness advantage, which means that no single participant decides which transactions take priority. The ledger provides developers powerful utility and flexibility. You can code in Python, Java, and JavaScript, and it supports a variety of use cases like payments, tokenization and NFTs, DeFi, and more. The ledger uses its native digital asset, XRP, to enhance liquidity between currencies, including crypto, tokens, and other forms of value. Governance of the ledger is community-led, so any proposed changes or amendments to the protocol must be approved by validators. The XRP ledger has operated continuously since January 2013, and over 1.8 billion transactions have been completed as of 2021. So if you're interested in joining the current community of innovators, developers, and businesses who are building on the XRP ledger, then have a look at the next chapters and learn more.
Everything that is wrong with Ethereum is right with XRP, with the XRP ledger. And that's the dirty little secret. In fact, let me write that down. That's a thumbnail. Dirty little secret. This is a bizarro world we live in because both Bitcoin and Ethereum don't work. Proof of work doesn't work. And the best technologies, which are XRP and XLM, have literally been intentionally held off by these players on Wall Street, and I've never been able to figure out what the play was. Now, here's another one that's interesting. A lot of you were not around over the last 3 years when we were going through all of the what I would say laying the foundation and the pipes that Ripple was doing. Watch this. This is Dilip Rao of Ripple.
So Ripple has been working with banks rather than against them for the last 5 years to develop a solution that will be acceptable to them, meet the compliance requirements of regulators around the world, to then deliver a high-speed, real-time, cross-border payment platform. If you look at the way networks work today, the friction is between networks, and blockchain is simply one more network. So saying one blockchain will cover the whole world is like saying we should all be with AOL or Yahoo for the internet, and that would have solved all our problems. As we know that the internet has not grown up that way. So having multiple blockchains for different use cases is good, but you can't really talk across them. So interoperability is kind of a key problem that Ripple has sought to solve. We think that by connecting networks, you will get the greatest benefit in terms of removing friction in the movement of value around the world. We do this through something called the Interledger protocol. This is an open protocol invented by Ripple, but now being run as an open standard by more than 300 organizations that participate in the W3C committee for it. So the idea here is that a bunch of people who have an interest in making the movement of value frictionless will collaborate to build a new protocol to enable ledgers to connect with each other. Now, we are taking all of the parallels for the development of this protocol from the internet itself. And if you look at the way email works, it's because of a standard protocol, TCP/IP, that enables information to be moved in packets around the world without your necessarily having to build bespoke integrations with people from other parts of the world. So using the same model, we have developed the Interledger protocol, which will ultimately allow a ledger in country A to talk to a ledger in country B without having to be on the same platform. This, we think, is going to solve for the Internet of Value. We are also building a basis for smart contracts, which can be built to support applications.
How about them apples, folks? Now, I did a whistleblower alert this morning, and what you're about to watch is you're going to see, what's this guy's name? I'm drawing a blank on his name. This guy from CNBC. Then he's talking about Coinbase and how the SEC had threatened to go after Coinbase over a lending product. Then you're going to see Andrew Keys from Dharma Capital, who used to be with Consensus, bragging about how big his lending and staking platform is. And then you're going to see Gary Gensler, or somewhere in there, you're going to see Gary Gensler talking about how if it's lending, that's a security. So we need to watch this.
Coinbase wants to launch a new type of interest-earning account called Coinbase Lend. Now, Lend would earn a 4% annual percentage yield, which it says is 8 times the national average for high-yield savings accounts. But the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, has said no without explaining why.
As it relates to lending products for a long time have been part of the securities law.
It's pretty rich and diversified series of things that you guys are doing there. Lending, staking, swap transactions, and then prop investing in a kind of de facto VC context. I think the thing that may have struck most people is the scale of your staking book. I believe you said over 1,000 validators, 1.5 billion US notional.
10,000. So 10,000 validators at 32 Ether per validator before the staking rewards. So, yeah.
I mean, this makes you one of the largest staking books in the world.
Yes.
The first word in those 30 or 35 things Congress listed in 1930 was note. A note, comma, stock, comma, bond, and it goes on and on. In 1990, the Supreme Court addressed themselves to what is a note that comes under the securities law. So I think that the law is clear.
It's clear. If it's clear, Gary, then you need to go have a talk with Andrew Keys. He's in Puerto Rico, is my understanding. John Deaton had tweeted this out. Many people like Ian believe Ripple violated securities laws and should be sued by the SEC accordingly. Some believe that just because Ether investors violated the law doesn't excuse Ripple from its wrongdoing. Regardless of whether you agree, this is not an unreasonable stance. What is unreasonable is the SEC abandoning all truth and law and arguing absurdly that the very nature of XRP in the market, the nature of XRP itself, make all XRP securities. Note the quotations. This language is directly from the complaint filed against Ripple. Now, this is a drum that John Deaton has been beating over and over and over, and he's right. They're calling all XRP securities, they're calling the XRP that you and I own and sell or buy securities, folks. And there's got to be a reason they're trying to do that. Then he has another good one here. Stefan Huber had tweeted this out. These are not my words. It's the SEC itself which is arguing that way. How on earth could the SEC be able to justify their own demands for expenses by saying that it should be no problem for Ripple because they can afford it with selling their illegal security XRP? It's crazy. John says, try and make a logical or legal sense of the SEC's arguments. 1, SEC must protect the public from Ripple's past and present sales of illegal securities. 2, SEC tells the court Ripple can afford to conduct a search the SEC desires by selling illegal securities to the public. It's crazy. This came out today, breaking. Coinbase and Mastercard have partnered to simplify the purchase of NFTs. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Coinbase and Mastercard are getting together to do NFTs. Thanks for listening.